Where do they get the ganoderma from? Many of them, they get the ganoderma from China. You know, China, how they plant ganoderma? First, the land, they'll cultivate some what they call, some agronomy, some this, what they call, agricultural products. They plant something on the ground. Then a lot of insecticide, a lot of weedicide, a lot of chemical is used to this thing. After they harvest, then they plant the ganoderma in a log, in a wooden log, okay? Then they bury it under the ground. Then the ganoderma come out. The extent we have the same technology. The problem is not with the ganoderma. The problem is with the soil. The soil is infected with chemicals. If you want to use this method, you must use it in organic farm. Because ganoderma, the absorption power is 30 times more powerful than the plant. As a result, the ganoderma from China always fail in heavy metal. There are 3 heavy metals always fail. First is lead. Secondly is arsenic. Third is cadmium. Why arsenic and cadmium? Because arsenic and cadmium is the main ingredient for insecticide. They spray insecticide. Then they go to the ground. Then you plant ganoderma into the ground. Ganoderma is very good, you know, to detoxify the ground. It absorbs all the heavy metals 30 times more than vegetables. That's why they always fail. And many companies, inclusive our major competitor, they do not have farm. So they bring people to China. Okay, so when they go to China, the Chinese quickly take down the advertisement board, put in the name of the company. So when they go back, they take down the board, then the farmer become SECs. The extent we have our own farm. Okay, we have our own selection technology. We planted the best ganoderma. We do not plant the big ganoderma, the heavy ganoderma. If you go to Malaysia, you can see the ganoderma. You know how big is the ganoderma? As big as a table. 4 times this side. So big. So one ganoderma will be a few hundred kilogram, you know. So if this ganoderma is good, I think we become super rich. But the problem, this kind of ganoderma is useless. No therapeutic effects. And there are many companies in Malaysia, they are very proud to show people that they have ganoderma this big. But the company never take off. They try to promote in the airport. They try to promote in a pharmacy. They try to do it in MLM. But they cannot take off because they took the wrong ganoderma. So now you must know the ganoderma that you are eating is like your one world, one market system is unique. This is the first part, okay? That the species of ganoderma is the best species that we have collected. Second part, how we process the ganoderma to capsule. Let's see how other companies doing it. In China, Japan, and Taiwan, they go for double boiling technique. What do you mean by double boiling? First, they buy all the big ganoderma from the farmers. Then they boil. Boil for 4 hours. Then they throw away the ganoderma. This what they call this ganoderma water extract. They put into this second boiler. They boil for 6 hours to reduce the water. Okay. Afterward, they put in maltodextrin, a kind of starch, to make it into powder. When you buy this type of ganoderma, there is a lot of problem. First, when you use water to extract the ganoderma, you can only extract 25 to 30%. 70% is wasted. Secondly, is the water. All water contain minerals. You agree? All good water contain minerals. When you have 1 ton of water, okay, you just take out 1 glass and drink. It is good mineral water, correct? But if 1 ton of water keep on evaporate, until you get 1 kilogram of extract, that is no good. Because any contaminant in water, after you evaporate all the water, it becomes very, very concentrated. And many people, after taking this kind of ganoderma, they have kidney problem. They have liver problem. That's why you go to internet, they say, don't take ganoderma. It causes liver problem. Don't take ganoderma. It causes kidney problem. But in DXN, many people have fatty liver. Many people have this, liver hardening, fibrous, this liver. Many people, the kidneys already shrunk. But after taking our ganoderma, everything become okay. Now, can you understand why 1 ganoderma causes liver failure, kidney failure? And 1 ganoderma save liver, save kidney? DXN ganoderma? What's the difference between the two? It's not the ganoderma, it's the way of treatment. So water boiling, out. This technology should never be used for ganoderma. And you are not taking pure ganoderma, because in order to make it into powder, they put in dextrin. So the capsule, 75% is starch. The product, you must understand by now. Water treatment, out. Then there are many Malaysian companies. There are also many, even the company from in America. One, they buy the ganoderma from China. Okay, then they put it into the oven to dry it. Why they want to put it into the oven to dry it? Because ganoderma are fibrous. If you try to grind the ganoderma, you cannot grind the ganoderma. It becomes cotton. With the heat, it becomes cotton, They don't have the technology to solve this problem. They put it into the oven to harden the fiber, so that the ganoderma become half charcoal. It's very hardened after the heat, so that they can grind into powder. Okay, then put in the capsule and give to you. That is the worst. That's the worst type of product. How DXN solve this problem? So first, when we harvest the ganoderma, we go to freeze rice. Use low temperature to dry the ganoderma. We never use any heat. After that, we put into the crusher. This crusher is a special kind of chopper. You chop the ganoderma into a very fine cube, very fine cube. Then after that, we churn it at high speed. It do not become cotton because it already chopped into small piece, no? So when we put into the high speed, all the spores will release out. All the spores will release out. Then all the good fiber, the fine fiber also release out. Then we air suck into another container. Then at the end, we have two products. One is the spore plus the fibers. That's why I caution our member in tudd, do not say that our ganoderma are spores. we chop it into very fine pieces. Then under the high speed of this thing, we separate out the spores, and also this is a good part of this thing. It will go into the other air suck into the other container. No? Which Slava? Okay now? Yeah, okay. So we turn it into her. So I think this part is very important now. That's why I have to keep on explaining it. Last time I do not discuss too much because this is our core technology. We turn at high speed, then the fiber will go to the side. The spores and although the good part of ganoderma will be floating in the center, we suck it out. Then we have two products, the fiber and the good part of ganoderma. Then we go for this nano grinding, fine grinding. So we invented a kind of grinder. We have 5 sets of flywheel. 5 sets. So when this wheel is turning, it's like a fan, it sucks out the powder. Then the powder will go through the wheel. The wheel is a roller, on the wall. So you crush the spore, you crush the ganoderma. Upon successful crushing, it becomes lighter. Then you go to the second layer, it becomes lighter. You go to the third layer. So after you go to the 5th layer, it becomes very, very fine. This grinder will suck out the powder. Okay, powder is heavy. So the powder has to go through the first layer of grinding. If successful, it go up. If not successful, it go down. Then come out again. Okay? So we have 5 layers of grinding. This is our technology. You don't go to internet to check, you don't have this kind of the grinder. We are the one who invented it. Then we have water jacket. On the wall, we put cold water. So when it grinds, it's always low temperature. Then finally, you get your products. Actually, I have explaining many times, the past 20 years. Because our technology are so unique, many people, they don't understand it. Even our members, they don't understand it. Many people and many competitors, they thought that you plug the ganoderma, you grind into powder, put it into the capsule, then you sell. It's not like that. DXN, we remain the largest ganoderma company in the world. Because we have a lot of testimony, am I right? Even our coffee also have testimony. Not to say our RGGL. You see, the market in Mexico, they don't have RGGL. They only have coffee. But the sales of Mexico alone is more than the whole Europe. Coffee only. And you can see how powerful is our product. So remember, the quality of the product, 3 things you have to remember. First is the organic certifications. It must be by ISO 14001. Secondly, is a selection of the best. Selection of the best. I just give you a general layout. Actually, there are still many details, no? If I talk all of the details, then my competitor will follow, no? Then be a problem. I just give a general idea. We select the best. Out of 200, we select 6. No genetic engineering. After that, through freeze drying at a very low temperature, through fiber separation, we separate out the fiber and the good part of ganoderma. So from 20 kilogram of mushroom, we get only 1 kilogram of powder, 20 to 1. So our ganoderma are powerful.